Today we're going to be looking at a film called Black Magic by Eclipse Theatre. Lesson outcomes. What? Examine the performance of a short film. Why? To understand how an actor uses their skills to create meaning. Task 1. Examine the use of posture of the following image. You will need to write down a description which discusses the head, shoulders and gait. Here is the image. How is the boy standing? Is his back straight or hunched? Are his shoulders upright or hunched? Is his head up or down? Is his gait narrow or wide? Gait means how far his legs are apart to show confidence. What does the boy's posture communicate to the audience about the boy's mood and personality? Remember, here you are writing about what you think the actor is trying to communicate. Pause the video here to write down your answers. Remember, you were discussing what is being shown as well as how this shows the boy's personality and mood. Here are my thoughts about how the boy is using his posture to communicate meaning. He has a narrow gait with his legs quite close together, which could mean that he is trying to make himself small as he is not very confident. His head and shoulders are slouched and slumped. This means that he is not very confident and has a low status. Task 2. Examine the use of facial expressions and gestures on the actor in the next shot. Describe how gestures and facial muscles are used. Look carefully at how the actor uses his muscles in his face. Look between the nose, look at how his lips are pursed, and look how wide his eyes are. Also, pay attention to what the two gestures are that he's using with his hands. One is very different to the other. What is he doing? Pause the video here to write down your description. Now write down an explanation as to what these communicate to the audience. What is the actor trying to tell the audience through his facial expressions and use of gesture? In this picture, you can see that the man is furrowing his brow, pursing his lips, and his eyes are wide. This shows that he is trying to concentrate. One of his hands is using a pointed gesture, whilst the other one is using a stop signal. This communicates that he is wishing for someone to stop what they are doing, and he is focusing hard on achieving this task. Task 3. Examine the use of proxemics and physical contact. Write a description on how these skills are used. Pay attention to how close the boys are standing together. Are they touching one another? If so, how? What are their facial expressions like? Now write what you think is being communicated to the audience through the use of these skills. How do you think the boys are feeling? Here is the image again for you to look at while you are writing down your answers. You may wish to pause the video so you can see exactly how the proxemics and physical contact are being used. In this image, the boys are standing extremely close together. They are using their hands to touch one another. Their facial expressions show that they are scared, with narrow eyes and parted lips. This tells the audience that they are scared and wanting to support one another through their fear. We are now going to watch Black Magic by 10x10. This is a project developed and produced by Eclipse Theatre Britain's leading black national touring company. There are 10 writers, 10 cities and 10 films. In this particular performance, you will see the story of Marcus, who is walking home after school when he is spotted by a gang of boys. You can find the link to the film on Show My Homework, with details of how to access Digital Theatre Plus. Task 4. Examine the use of voice. Pick out 3 lines of dialogue. Describe and explain how vocal skills are being used. Now evaluate what you think is being communicated to the audience. On the next slide, you will see a list of all the vocal skills and the description of these skills to help you. Once you've watched the video and completed your work, upload to Show My Homework. You can email me on the email address displayed on your screen if you would like further support.